Abusiafo be sama akwa be mama Amanyosem dwumade so original TV fire dui ayatentam penyufo adwomadwa a be kire adwene afa nsema hodoa egu apono so me sanifa so eyera ya Asani Tano ye national organizer de ma LPG Amanyuko openi o hemfifi yenua Jonathan Adams o yesamfo penyin de ma yensem trodwuma ye friend 24news.news ena de otwato hefugui yenua Charles McCarthy ono so yesamfo penyin de ma the hawk da obo krata penyufo me mamadwuma makwaba. And then some doors to be afraid the National Cathedral LGBT who send some so dear Ababishim and Tiabetin but before I be call LGBT no and BBC or Parliament's heated debate between minority and majority, a minority for accusing majority for so much that a delay LGBT probe no. The bill made reporting about normal parcel or no or more a delay. And net yet that's sorry, the who and say LGBT for command on board can see or N1 so I might have one sense and patch a year share a yes, my back community. Name at one command as well. Well, Yaboma says Tabeka and Funny, second Funny never bought. I'm on to me, I fed the Ecoso, our year LGBT no one says about and I'm sure for a year. Asani Tano. Last year, Parliament saw more require just 15 weeks. No more ayo, more probe, no more BB, no more the report about. It's almost a year reporting an encore. LGBT, Asha Modu Mojuma. And Saka a year bite na mefache yen shoma mansanya and should be. You are named studio.
Committee on Constitutional, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs, we have never rested. We are, and especially when they refer to the chairman of the committee as delaying the bill, Mr. Speaker, I would want the House to know that I'm a senior member of this House and I'm competent enough. I'm a senior member at the bar, having passed out in 1995, Mr. Speaker, having practiced and having gone through the laws. This is a bill that we have to go through the processes and we have to take the time so that we will pass a law that will withstand the test of time. We just cannot rush through this.
We will make sure that that bill, as long as it stays there, no any other bill passes through this House. If you try to do that, we shall oppose it because we see that it's deliberate. You are deliberately delaying the bill. So don't make excuses. Because if you wanted it to be fast-tracked, you know what to do. If the government wanted to get that bill done, they know what to do. And what you are doing at that committee, Mr. Speaker, I'm repeating it to the chairman on his face. You are deliberately wasting time on the bill. You don't want the bill to come to this House. If you say what I'm saying is a lie, work hard in a week, you'll be able to bring the report. But you are deliberately wasting time.
As a chairman, why is it being personalized? We have leadership of a committee. This is not an agenda. With the main aim of setting up a grand agenda, Mr. Speaker, then I'm sure that a new drama is about to unfold. Because, Mr. Speaker, when the chief whip from the minority starts speaking this way, then we know that the peace of this House is likely to be disturbed.
We are by this calling on the Inspector General of Police, Dr. Dampare Ekufu, to immediately, within the next 24 hours, carry out the necessary security operations to ensure that this billboard, which is an affront to the 1992 Constitution, is taken down in conjunction with the MCE for the area to take action. As citizens, we will take action as enjoined by our Constitution to defend the Constitution. However, we believe that law enforcement may not have seen this for whatever reason, and so we are drawing their attention to it, and we believe that 24 hours is good enough time.
This current government, because the NPP government won on the mantra of the battle is the Lord's. And the president puts out his faith in the Lord out to all of us. And that's beautiful. But you see, it is important that we enforce the matters that are counter to God's will. That's very important. So there is a higher spiritual obligation on the members of parliament of the ruling government to ensure that the bill is passed. 2, the institutions of state that are under the control of the ruling government, like the Inspector General of Police, the BNI, all the state institutions and the MPs for this particular area, everybody stands together to oppose what is happening.
For us to consider this bill. Meanwhile, we have 167 petitions. We've not considered more than 30. So we still have over 100 memos and petitions regarding this matter to consider.
And no LGBT4 billboard or Mukomount here, no, I did say or known Guardians be so pulling it down. And when some mentions of a free area, Asani, Tano, we are mono, I had 3 minutes.
No, but I say, I'm in chair after 4, I'm in chair Jamaica by. You see, we are where we are today because it is a government that supports the LGBT that is in power. Had it not been that, nobody will entertain this nonsense of an abomination that this country, Ghana, on the African continent for that matter, an issue or something that the whole continent are brought to. Of course, 1 or 2 people, countries on the continent have accepted, but Ghana in particular, we are not ready. And for people to have, gathered that courage after so much debate on this thing, to even mount a billboard, it's an affront to the dignity of this country. Now, more, I saw one of the Ghana flag, has been tagged and or more flag. I mean, you cannot denigrate our flags like this. And you see, it is what it is because they know what they are receiving from these so-called LGBT people, and for that matter, they are playing that lackadaisical attitude towards ensuring, say, the necessary debate or whatever it is that has to be done by the committee is done for the bill to be passed. Yeah, to me, call yeah. This you cannot put our flag together with a flag. Yankasa within our country, you cannot hoist our own flag on your car and I say Bibisa. But these people have the impudence to come here and then disrespect us. What we don't like, they want to force it on us. And here, for me, this particular topic, and yet topic we are 3 minutes, sure. We must tell them in the face that this is an abomination on the land of Ghana, and we must deal with it and deal with it decisively. And for me, I'm praying that this law is passed as soon as possible. And when it is done, those of you engaged in it, the foreign personalities now or more a promoter Sadian or Hana, yen 2 almost so serious part for them to know say Ghanaians are serious already. The queer thing, the queue and the rest and that are there. Do you know what it is causing to our society? The infiltration of videos and pictures of dogs sleeping with our girls has emboldened some of our ladies within society today. And now they are keeping pets. Some of the ladies, celebrities, and other young ladies, now they are the demand for dog by the roadside or momoton roadside. No, akosro, kraman bo ayedin, or pet, cat, they bo ayedin. Why? Because they are now buying it to come and do that thing for them rather than allowing, and it is happening. We have in our system various sex toys. Almost every big dildo. And some other gadgets are and a woman prefer to be using those things than having a man with me. Married women are using it and neglecting their husbands. Until we are entering into an era that if we don't stop it now, in fact, we should even ban those sex toys that are being imported into the country. You go to almost every pharmacy, they are there, but they sell them behind the scene. You can't have it on the counter. But when you talk to them, they know where to pick it and give it to you. And we are not looking at food and drugs laws are there. Things are coming, nobody is checking. You understand? So, yeah, for me, the attitude that the majority group is putting up towards this thing. It's as a result of the fact that Nana Danko Akufo-Addo support this based on the comment he made at the Al Jazeera interview. And when we bashed him, he came down, he had opportunity in a certain church, and he said something. But that's something that he said. Why did that 18 apostles of gays came up?
Okay.
All those who came out are from his circles.
Okay. Joe, 3.
Same mamenchia afefo ne menu no ma ya beshia wo ha na men ka say same this is not the first time ya to say omo ye this LGBT for no omo ye bibi say so be kaya I think about a year and a say 2 ago, no, this issue was raised in this country seriously, and around that time, no, one thing I prompted that discussion was the renting of office around Tano by these same people.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, subsequent to that, Obe Kayenswa, I think in front of American Embassy, omo hosti flag there.
Yeah.
And that was one of the reasons why Mecca said, so there are series of sequence of incidents and I said name BSC na for me as a country no we are being very hypocritical. Say, you better tackle this thing now. And I say, you impair. We could easily solve it by passing a law to make sure, say, nobody would have that even courage to go and do what they have done. And say, you pensua. I mean, if you are going to accept it, na yenjintum la yenfo montina se na ye no because you see I watch the people who are debating over it, that knee-jerk reaction anytime something comes up. How long has this bill been in Parliament? If you are serious about it, we always wait for these people, this class of people to come and do something, and then we come out to say something, especially the parliamentarians, and then we believe for the cameras to capture, and then for ordinary Ghanaian to believe, say, yeah, no, this is not the first time. And I don't want to even go further. But look, tell me the top pastors today in this country, tell me, you can mention how many of those top pastors today they mount pulpit today to mention, say, LGBT is not good. And I say, Yempe. How many of them? Ms. Autabel, Danka Williams, Ajinasari, or who? All of them. I want those top ones, those people listen to very well, to tell me and say, today, they speak against in their churches. Because, Sami, do you know what? The issue is this. When you go to White House today, right now, go to the White House website, and then there's a complete document, there's a comprehensive document on this LGBT, on how it should be executed, the plan of how it should be executed in Africa and other countries or other continents, right? And there are a set of people who are championing it. There's a fund for it. There is a resource for it. And they are telling you, say, those who don't want to accept it, there are sanctions for those people. Yes, one of the sanctions are, if you check what the document at the website, is that those who stand against this implementation of LGBT will be denied visas, will be denied assistance. Of course, it's there. Official document. signed by namesake Joe Biden. Right? So this hypocritical attitude of our leaders, religious leaders and the political leaders about this issue, for me, is either here or there.
Okay.
Look, this matter is, for me, is something that we should just be bold, whether we are going for it or we are not going for it. Okay. Simple as that.
All right. Charles.
Sorry.
LGBTQ plus.
See me there. My position here back. We sabiu ensem hunu. Ena eye anyamrasem. But amamfo na unso omamu ayewe. Ye mpanyifo yi de. Ara say utimi be hu omo. Na we take care of them no more comfortable. Or me pretend as a omuhu bibia. Oh, McCarthy Parliament a crime scene a man for name in Adri. But then I insist that Parliament is a crime scene. A house or more seriousness, no, a questionable. Because our meeting now, no, that public hearing on this, I know some muchacho. Petitions in no.
Yeah, no.
Do you get it? They didn't communicate to anybody. They just kept quiet until now. Me who say, I need my do now. Can say when I go law school 95 ended then. The who law school 1995 now when you're serious. What has that got to do with law school when you're 95? Now, why St. George? Almost was it there? You see, they know where to direct the issues. You cannot mount a billboard in this country without permit from the assembly. What I say? And when I offend the advertising company, and I come and test that billboard. You see a new company. Every company will mount a billboard, or need much of the assembly now more permit. And they say they don't know. Is the assembly not aware? Why are you not calling the assembly out? Why are you not thinking of sanctioning the assembly? That is what we should be moving towards. Do you get it? So see something, talk something,
see something, say something.
See something, and your man for who saw me. You see, a man for who see where you are, my board, maybe I'm be 2 amena, I'm a sabot, Kakaisu, the Suho, and we call. So I'm a bomb no Mudia Bank or Motway. A bomb bank, a watu. What my base, so I'll be more.
Yeah, anyone.
A memo.
Yeah.
If you are quite calm or Pamben,
a highly populated.
That is it. Intinusa, ye be a young male. Terrorism, this is terrorist attack on us. Your way of life. Ba worry Bema. Bema warrior bar. Almost a month penny me meet me worry mammy, you know. Now, Momo Penis me for Bema, na that day, normal. Now we yam penny for war man went to mean so ring in our car. And Cassian Peniso. The court parliament share hypocrisy all. During that petition public hearing, look at some of the arguments. What means the Nipa now to Nyampanka? This thing did not even start. It tells you that they are not ready for it. Master, who fire a constitution here? I won't. Omunina have broken the oath of office.
Why? How? Oh, you know what I'm saying?
From president to the last person, I was swear to protect and defend the constitution of this country. Omabua faso. Eye baby are serious, and this one you will impeach them en bloc for failing on their duty. Because must we say must protect the constitution. Ufa constitution where some you start the year course is the constitution is peneso. Is that not the case? So why are you finding it difficult to make sure that you stamp this thing out? Okay, you say mumu okay, you say manodi. For me, the BIA parliament problem I war man will make a see 75% of parliament.
the challenge I face as on mine. 75 crores out, 90% every parliament. Omo ene di abedru abaya dri. Pesamen kumenya ene ni da ho boni ene di abetili. Ena e we ye NDC, we ye MPP. Enti ade ne ba, say ye be hwe no holistic. So this is ade be bo man no na parliament we nye MPP nye NDC asem no. They have not been able to win themselves from that myopic reasoning. So beko parliament, then you still see yourself as NDC MP, as MPP MP. That's stupidity.
Okay.
That is why we are suffering. Instead of looking at it nationalistically, no. They are now looking at it politically. But be MPP by the NDC in Ediba.
So how hard the acro?
Enti yembongu. The MPP by the MPP in Edia Banti say ye papo, ye papo, ye oppose.
Okay.
See, until you start enough for parliament, then citizens, Moon Central for now, Mumunya Monday to Monday.
Moon Central for now, to do you
some Monday to Monday.
I saw Central.
Mona, yes, Shemukas, they are customer presenters. Am I presenter? Monachum. Mo. Monachum, Mudito, Memorano. When you are supposed to ask relevant questions, you don't ask. And now no me ba, mamin come ask some trouble. And now no me ba, a brand to be better has to or ye mawo, Minister of Information. Say something, hear something.
Government spokesperson.
Me ko kan ye, u didina mu defend no. Won see a man for ni nyansa
say.
Na botre. Oni ha today. Want me am bisa na me bisa. Won see a man for ni nyansa say, adena we ni mu ye ni pon enye. Says then na wo hu a wo fro bi aka che no. Say something, see something. What did you? Why must you see and call? Who's opening the gate? Man, off of afraid. You didn't give public education as to things you should not, and there might be a massive suspicious. Man, you will none of what is kind of muddy.
Okay, Charles, but make a message. Joe, our Takra, they will say I perfectly agree with the with what Charles is saying. Yenu ando de abansaso na yenu penikesi bi yera ima ochiaye bejoso sanso yenu abako bi message akwasha himfa eba yira o me call kese no so abonse afi atwima boss oni mamen kan we say please good evening Sammy, my heart is boiling seriously. I know for sure that before you mount a billboard anywhere in town you have to get a permit from the assembly. How did the billboard came to stand there? What is the assembly saying about that? The assembly know something about it, and it may even surprise you to know that some of these people, LGBTQ blah blah blah, can be found in our various institutions. Yenya Michael Edifra Blikuma and Ode Aba. Good evening, Mr. Sami, please. Who advised Mr. President Anado? I'm Ishmael from Kumasi and Ode Aba. Good evening, my brother. You have said it. You have said my mind. God bless you. Please keep talking for the voiceless. Now, Mama Shasi for Ira, Asani Tano. And Yabani, you should pepe. Togbe afede a return a year as Gracia. National Cathedral, ye catch say yam fat taxpayers money nisi. But all the corresponding letters said the taxpayers money as you speak, you are spending over 200 million Ghana cedis of taxpayers money. 12 minutes for you.
Yeah, Madam, let me say for the issue about the cathedral. No Ghanaian should be afraid of saying what he has to say regarding the fact that President no deceived the whole nation. Na emawunsro so endwen se wo kan wadwen a Nyankopon ebebu for in the sense say ono na safo anase ade aye yama Nyankopon e na ye kan ho asem Nyankopon kasa kase ompe entro e na ompe ebo a ye be hia ye ndu so e na ye nyina so ye nim se Israel for bo ne bebrebe omo ye nyina e ya sa Nyankopon se ma hia mo bonti enti me de maka se ma twusu mo na se ma yi mo se me ma no saa na me ye no na Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo edi ade we be hia ase campaign time, there was nothing like cathedral mentioned. Well, you campaign we be beer or be winning election. Even in the first 6 months, no man, you until be beer about cathedral. I train or back and say, or no share yanko pombo say, so when election or basic cathedral man. This is one cast of wash, but I had to say my sorry. Now I have pledges. Now my mensuma sorry my pledge be. Now me pledge and me babe bobo see through ho. Now me dia kutia. Ebi a would be mammy. Unim dia mlekoye. But some kutia sadia na ese me sandi scano e de bro. Na wa anya ne sadia anche said dia wodi ye no nhira no be ko wo am beji scani e free ho no. And as a worship bonsu na when this wa and also at the current ya worship bono nhira wo hwe no you will never get it. So wunya ye kropa God will strip you of that particular blessings. And it is exactly what Danado Danko Kufuado has done. Obeka kire say, "Washe nyame boso obesi cathedral man." Nti cathedral no obesi no. Obesi wo whatever wo ye baby location wo sisi ya. Nti e na debate ne start say, "Se wo se wo obesi cathedral ama Nyankopon a wo na wo share ne bo. Adenti na kromu twan a wo ne yenim say traffic wo dada. Na wo de cathedral no besi ho." Nti debate ne start here no obeka say cathedral na obesi no enye ade a obe use taxpayers ne sika EDC because this is a story a obi anim. Nti there's no need to belabor and say be a message repeat here. Nti ye nyina ade na do Danko Kufuado kan ye fa cathedral no say ono an wa hye ne bo na ono abesi no. The first thing ye hu ye say taxpayers money na say first intro we try deception or they buy regarding ono one promise with God no. And say okodwiri the same taxpayers no yen yesika ye see dan ma judge for any other people. Indeed, at the time no, now there were new buildings, about 5-4 of them, fresh. Ye see and ye nwie. Ukodwiri a dan yako etwam bese 20 eguye. Wudwiri gu iwie no. Ye nim say ye sanko high a dan anase ye ko see dan foforo e de ma saafo na no mote ho no. Anya bia sasika no efina na do Danko Kufuado no bottom ana. Infini bottom the same taxpayer no nti first intra otwa ye fa cathedral no ho a man the blessings are no hwe no automatically will lose. As we speak here in my own mind say e ade a na do Danko Kufuado say nyesa o de Ghana eti e kwash ko hye busum bi ase anase bibi ase na de bekeso because nsema ye kan ye nyina fa cathedral no papa ye ntie edwiri sa dan mu nyina guye e na o de wa hye ase say o de si your horse and can be a show number country and say, Baby, I do not into you to 100. And I move because I yet yen a betray 100 the amount. When I was share bone to 100, Nafakusi. Or more mobile tria, a triae, or more best was cement, Beko, S was cement. And now the chassis. Now, yaw, ye named that. Says Sana consolidated fund the Ohono. And now the Danko Kufuado one in the Wofasi, Canufuriata. Secretly, and I say, Nicodemus no. Omodo wo monsa bom no mo yi sika no mo de AC cathedral so called seed money. First of all, yaw, what ye ba he na mo no ma egu ha ya na se mic ya de amake mi. Na se me ko na se me fa. E hye me boto na mo amane a. Se ba wia. Nti once na do Danko Kufuado ye taxpayers sika odi ne sako bom a wan country no. E krono kese pa na do Danko Kufuado abogana. E ye wi. E wia e no wa wia e fi your coffers no. Nti that alone also is another deceptive and criminal action Nyankopon nim no and so nani because what ko wiesika and what they see sa cathedral enye obi na share se kwhye wo bo na the fa cathedral hu ye wura a friend say to be afede say ni nyina na ye de na we council of a state member na se ebia eka bi mu a ye twetwe nim se Ghana ye ho akwa atwe enye nne ne hu se ye ho akire ye ena sa opani ohene to be afede ne secure the by as gracia no mai ade a ya ka fititi se nka ye kaye nko a sa as gracia no ye ntwam police ni be ye adwuma 20 years or kofia just about 35,000 Ghana cedis and e be ye no retirement package or the beko. Now, Obi bet some Omani 4 years, apart from contracts as an MP and as a minister, Obenya. Nina Chino, a friend is a Supreme Court judges, electoral commissioner, any Article 71 office holders. Just add the monies that they take from the coffers of this country at the end of every 4 years. Into ya kase, sadly we yen scrap yen free constitution mukrana obia akatria de ma no eno afabo ho bra. Into se nyame aboa na se opani togba afede. Who said there is wisdom in returning a sikana omode man or fee say like he wrote and yes we a full-time worker be part-time na mo discusssion dey say akoto na kem no so what you say yen fan sankoto Ghana for a bottom if you say ahokyere wo ha then we have a group of people who have been paid like Paul Adomochi to chastise.
Because who has been paid? Who paid him?
A group of people. When I mention a group of people who have been paid, then they come out. Say, you see, let me be honest. This particular
because a group of people who have been paid, why they treat Omoka?
Now say party be I show from Muma. A better than partner. The payment then you be say Yama Poladrum or a post war aviation or something.
You trying to cast about chairman?
Now say the and this supposed man when he touched Nkrumah, when they sponsored him to UK to go and dig in Nkrumah, history small boy Poladumoto, you don't know. You go there and put some concoction together and come and spew all sort of unprintable things about Kwame Nkrumah. I don't know, for me, his program Good Evening Ghana, I watch it for single reason because I know he will goof. It's not like I like his program anymore. I don't like his program anymore. He has degraded, and I said degraded the spectrum of journalism in this country. So for me, I am watching only for the sake, say, he will goof, and then I will make meat out of it.
By the end of the day, he wants you to watch his Swashe.
Yes, I'm watching, like I've told you the reason why I watch. I will watch it knowing very well that he is not the Paul Adomochi we used to know. He has allowed himself for the MPP to use, and indeed, his profile is in the Japadia document, which I have it on my phone. The way they profiled him, you understand? So, for him to have gone to that extent of Obiawaye, a good gesture to the nation like this, now what bad betro and some fan who say meeting crowd won't come. From the things that have come out, Paul, you stand nowhere close to Toba. Indeed, Toba why your papa pen. And you know, Bofoka was Obia. What can thank you to him before? No? Don't ever say Bia Nipano Begun Hofun. Adi or the other two every individual who is level-headed knows that Domotre, baby, you have just gone out of it. Like he's addicted to spewing out people's, and I said, doing people's bidding. That is how I see him now. He's been addicted. Said he will not use his mind to ask it where Satan at the Papa Obia can was one crowd they want butuno. And butuno.
Is it not okay to have a divergent ideas?
You call that divergent views. You call what Paul Adumote has done divergent views. It doesn't make sense. All the things he did, it doesn't make sense. Why would you want to go and say that a good gesture that somebody has given to Ghana? What's what you want and yet? What's it? So see what assume evidence, every evidence of the things that you say, every evidence from the chiefs, the council of state, point out to the fact that you are lying. You've been sponsored to do this thing, to do this, to sell the good papa no thing. I don't know exactly what he's looking at, what he was looking out for from Tobe Afede, for him to have allowed himself to go and do this. And who gives him that platform to do all these things? Why can't he be sacked?
So where do we go after here?
I think Paul Adumoche should be fired. He should be
fired
by the owners of the station. No, he's becoming a disgrace to journalism.
Why are you not calling that? Why are you not calling that he should be fired as a board chair of here Ghana Aviation Ghana name?
That is the first point to start. Metro TV anymore. TV anymore. So shares you should just give him.
No,
it's not the first time he has done things like that. He started from Kwame Nkrumah. So is it one of the things that now we'll show on the screen now? And even his demeanor on that, Obiang said, this guy, now he's got out of
one more minute.
You understand? So I'm saying, sir, right? Enye the obeka and the Bible said the Toba Fed and you understand? And the cathedral that his boss claims he's building, you will see the foundation. One year cathedral, say, oh, no, any promise. And the cathedral will be there until if Nanado Danko Kufuado feels to say, or no person ye no first burial service or there. Any say I hear obedi did not because he will not even finish it for his state burial to be held in that cathedral. Embasso, when you look at the level or the foundation of the so-called cathedral. Now, and yes, I'm going to pay cathedral, but you could see with your own money. And by now, that place would have been opened up. One could see no hope. What by you because you have power? You can also see a mouth to me. I can't just afford you. Akaka Benson and another Danko Kufado in the team Eddie. One can offer and crop for Eddie Bessin. God, they have exposed themselves and God has exposed them to the general public. For me, cathedral, no, baby, I could do no. I am well convinced, say, Ghanaians will not allow themselves for their monies to be used for that cathedral when people are suffering.
Okay.
So if Paul Adwoche and Co will do that bidding to want to see it, say, they want to get it. And your one can contribute no more to cathedral.
All right. Mami come here, Clement message was say one of your discussants raised a very salient point about banning the importation of dildos. I agree with him 100%. Assuming this is achieved, what becomes of those already in the system? Captain, are you aware that the dildos are being advertised on some comments platforms? Who regulate these comments platforms? In my opinion, some institutions, including Ghana Standard Authority and SEPS, have failed us in the front. Yenuya Clement party na diwe ade Abraham Clement menywe mecha papa. Sanso na yenuya ba Sarah or say Charles good evening. And also message I was sending ade Abraham no. Yenuya open ba ko say glued to my TV. I'm enjoying the program. On the day Abba and yenuya Okansi Michael. Or say good evening on top Paul Adam Ochre is a Yopo presenter in Ghana from Michael from Nungwa and they about say greetings to Charles McCarthy. Nedio de Abadono. Afi another one. Where are you? Okay. Well, say what did our president say in an interview that he told us that is bound to happen? There is no money to pay workers, fight against nationwide flood, build schools, hospitals, and improve living standard of citizens. Yet, there is money to build National Cathedral. Why should we build a temple of God at the expense of people being suffered? You know, good evening. Charles should be the right person to advise President of Ghana. We say, good evening, Sami. Are they telling us that nobody saw the people when mounting the billboard? We, the citizens, have been taken for granted for too long, and our patients have overstretched. We say our president needs to be jailed by JDM. The message way Abba. We say good evening, Chairman Ofori Ekins from Ayatema. We say please, I need a contact of the Afro man who was my mate way back at Tripoli. Or the message Abba, and the number account I'll give your number to the Afro man. We say hello, our leaders don't think about the youth at all. NAPCO trainees have not been paid since last year, and we are hungry. Please say some for us. We said about say I'm Connie from Ablikumano Abba. Maybe I can message in Ibium. Joe. Togbe after the S. Gracia National Cathedral.
Sammy, Mami started with the National Cathedral. Now, Sammy, honestly speaking, since debate about this National Cathedral started, you know, I don't see why. I'm struggling very. I don't know why people are just against building of this cathedral. Of course, there has been some reasons. No, including your own reason when you were doing your intro. So why should we use taxpayers' money,
and
which
unbelievers.
constitute part of unbelievers, part of believers, and a part of omukra, omuye believers, but they don't support the building of this cathedral. And so far, about 200 million Ghana cedis have been pumped into this.
Yeah.
I have listened to conversations also.
Just a quick one, Pache. You go to no cathedral no the state 200 million. A juma to me no Pache the video no better so now we are still on the cancer foundation level.
Ebemonso cancer met me agoso.
Yeah, so.
Yo. Ebemonso cancer cathedral no. Na ye won sorry bebre wo krom ha enti ade na ye kwa kosi National Cathedral. Same onim say na wo kind from your beginning of your intro no. Onim say Christians per the 2010 population census no. Christians constitute about 71% of the population, 71.2%. And Sami Onim says, CCIA Kasenso, the second major religious body in this country, Muslims, or more national mosques in this country. That mosque was built, just like you said, was built by Turkish government. With about $10 million. Turkish government, for me, is not a government in this country.
Sure.
Sikana omudi be support here, and I say Sikana omudi say national mosques for this country, no.
So that's the state, maybe a national cathedral and a state, maybe Madu, I don't know. So 200 million, as you can see.
Yes.
Continue.
The project is still ongoing, right? Sa sika na omudi buy no, sa sika na omudi besi national mosques no. In actual fact, that money is not anybody from this country contribution. A Turkish people, omusika, and omudi be support the Muslims in this country to build $10 million
national mosque.
National mosques. Do you know how many people were echoed that mosque inside? 15,000 capacity. Why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because I want you to understand, say obi afri baby foforo edi sika as much as $10 million Ghana cedi, $10 million abe supported to build a national mosque. What is wrong if you and I are building a national cathedral in this country?
Turkey is an Islamic state.
Fantastic, but you should know.
So when they came, they didn't give the money for Christians. They gave it to Islam.
Fantastic, but what I'm telling you is this Turkish, you don't have only Islam, or now say Muslims only living there. And the money, that is 10 million, which is the taxpayers' money, is not only from Muslims. Christians and other religious people also contributed to that. Yet they took it from another country and they came to another country to come and build it for us. So I wonder why we can't even just understand this and we want to go to the extent to say, because it's our taxpayers' money, so it shouldn't be used. Sami? For me, I'm not against this cathedral when they are using 200, they have used 200 million already. How much did we give to Wyoming? As a matter of judgment debt, how much did we give it to him? How much did we give to him? To an individual, and we, till now.
How did he get that money?
Fantastic. It was complete. It was established that it was dubious mix. It was a scheme, grand scheme by certain politicians.
But it went through courts. It went through courts.
No, it's not about, but it was established that indeed we need to retrieve that money. That's it. It went into an individual pocket. It is not even a national project that you and I or our children will come and benefit one day. That is what we must understand. This is a national asset. When it's finished, it's not going to be Akufo-Addo in father property or in mother property. It's going to be there for any other person to benefit. That is what one thing we must understand. And you see, when beyond this, me person me bisa question be. When you talk about how many Christians in this country, 71%, and we are building a national cathedral for Christians. Sami, can you even quantify, since the 15th century, Christianity entered into this country, and we introduce informal education in this country? Can you, up to now, can you quantify the contribution of Christianity in this country in terms of education?
Almost schools in free.
Almost schools, no?
Free. Hospitals built by these churches, including Mensa Wutabel and all those schools, are they free?
Please, please. But ask yourself, say, mention the first 10, 20 second cycle education, the top.
Are they free?
Maybe, and yes, they're free, but it's highly subsidized.
So subsidized in a way. I'm paying for it.
No, the fact is that it's highly subsidized. They could have decided not to do it at all.
Nobody forced them to subsidize
nobody,
it. If indeed.
No,
but as long as we are
the
paying
fact
fees,
is that the fact is that
we'll subsidize it just to get
the contribution
enrollment
we are getting from Christianity and the people and the missions in this country. It's not what we are talking about, building a national cathedral.
Then they should build you should build it ourselves.
So, I don't have problem if they do.
But what I'm saying is, why don't you have problem with a Christian leader, somebody like Duncan Williams, Archbishop Duncan Williams, a Reverend Opunifrim Pong, and the Secretary of the National Cathedral, Katre Yen say the funding is not coming from taxpayer, but only for us to know so our money is being used for.
Oh, what I'm telling you is this. Say, Sikano be free a buying ho, and I say free a buying ho. May how much we are pumping into building a national cathedral, for me, it's not an issue at all. Because it's an asset that we are going to benefit from it. And these people we are doing for, this class of people we are doing for me, no. Onim.
You still have 2 more minutes, so check your time.
Onim, these people we are doing for, they have contributed significantly in this country. Ebina Mema will say, check the number of hospitals in this country and the mission hospitals in this country. What they have done.
We pay for their service.
No, what I'm saying is that, I'm not saying it cannot run it free. But because services is what they are rendering.
Islam also in Kramofosu schools, almost all hospitals.
Can't say, what I'm telling you is this. We are downplaying certain things here and you're fine. Say, what they have done to this country, what Christianity has done for this country, and now single cathedral, now Kobana say, Obia say, yes, we are suffering. Last time I made catcher will say, look, we were suffering in this country, yet we devoted our money to build Jubilee House. Today, time and I build the Jubilee House. Some people downplay the significance of the Jubilee
national
House.
Asset.
Maybe cathedral
national asset.
It's not national asset.
Is it personal? House is containing Vice President Baumiawi. Is it personal?
Is it personal?
It's for only Christians.
Oh, how do you mean by only Christians?
Only Christians. Can Muslims go?
No.
But worship.
It's not only for worship.
No.
It's not only for worship. It's not only for worship. But this is what you should know. Even mission schools. Do you know mission schools today? There are mission schools that a lot of mission schools, almost all, that you have Muslims attending it.
They pay for it.
Don't you know?
They pay for it.
No, what I'm saying that, don't you know?
They pay for it.
Yeah. Today, as we are having free SHS, today, we have mission schools that Muslims are there and other religious people are there. They are benefiting. But it was built by mission schools. And this is what we must understand. Oh, and near maybe wo in fan politics. Look, finally, no main about Pollard Moultrie
30 seconds.
Look, media benim say, look, we shouldn't say Paul has expressed his opinion about whatever he thinks about that issue. You can also you should also be in you should also have your
you can agree and to disagree.
You can agree or disagree.
Yeah.
But the fact is that I will beg say you be calling names and then you be Nema at the end of the day, no, say it will attack the personality of Togbe and now say the personality of who disagree with what Togbe has done.
Okay. All right, my main message Bakumi you be na yento so ewa ha. You know, see some of our colleagues are married men and women. How are we going to cater for their case? So we say and they have money for National Cathedral. What should be say? Good evening. About this LGBTQ plus blah blah blah. I say it's not good for the country. Our parliamentarians should come out and say something better to the people of this country. As far as the billboard and the list said about, or as for the billboard, the list said about, is better. That better from a Yenua Solomon the free Ajaza. Yenua Solomon Ajaza, Eddie free, Ella, and what do we a free Abra say? Host, good evening, please. When it comes to Thursday, kindly extend your closing time to 11:30. I love this squad a lot, and they are dealing with the issue justice fully. Oheneba Edife Laboni no de Abre. We see good evening, Sammy. Are they telling us that nobody saw the people when they were mounting a billboard? What the citizens have been taking for granted for so long, and our patient Macau message way Nene from Sacramento, and we about say building a cathedral and approving of LGBT. Which one do you like to give to your panel? Only 3 minutes on LGBT, but you are giving them 12 minutes on cathedral. You are a suspect. The issue is, and a editorial, no share flyer no, you need LGBT also. So this is not the topic and then discuss it, but the issue and so we have to give attention. That's why we are looking. And also it's a running story, so we have more days to discuss the charts.
Cathedral. Some of the McCarthy say, many are there to correction. Because emphasis be so tight. Emune drew tight. No so for the show mo.
Agbesi segbe fi aso chia.
Enye no so. Agbesi se menye no so. Isi tight ne emune drew ene kwa so for no ho. Ena omo di show mo yene no mo ma. Omo mfa mo asore ma. Ntime me subscribe to sa adeno nyame sumu wo minim se nyame wo nyam kupon ne boss ru bo asase no abomu ne manyina megitum na megitum nse wo gidie na wo fa bible na wo kan na wo bompaya na kupon beti me ngin di se me kotena obi a wontimi kan bible so ono na nkyere me nyame asem aze obi ono ntimi kan bible no na makoso ono mom ene kan bible no on explain nkyere me let me Jimmy for. What I say? Entino cathedral. Nintia me mfuaso. And say obe faba bi to say babia yabubu scholarship secretariat yabubu egu
passport office
yabubu egu regional ministers residence yatwa egu ufa judges na omote ho ya boka si da na ni 5 years na ya bubu agu si edikosi cathedral no eno na me ho problem one ye ene akopa asase bi oba bi na edisi ameni problem ba se ye bubu na ya bu agu na ye si na ye ntimi nsi me wo problem se ya ka cha ye se ye di ai abo stones that if we do not pay those who get up and pay. That one can offer an account. Finance minister. Say enye sika ene debate enu kranti esuma Archbishop Duncan Williams. Any Sage we back or the same po. Oh, the former ace ambassador no. Joyce or the Joyce I in son the so. Just Dijom was said them. Omomuko Germany. Ekwela la sulala.
No, Joyce Dijom do no an no koye but
now that Duncan Williams.
Duncan Williams the man de no koye but Joyce Dijom do
buy no be account. Anyway. Oba ye no. Sika wo raise ho no. Obebo obi amane. Wan kan che me penesu become ni wukasai. MMDAs, District Chief Executive, Metropolitan District Executive, MSC over 8 months in a form. Not a single one have been.
We say this is Assembly common for MPs are common for no coin.
Okay. What I say? And to no one Canada say you are funding corruption. Obey the or we say for party for Reno, community near Reno. What I say? So fast school feeding. Yentimi ntuomoka na caterers si o moda eduane nua na enkran so so muko school I say na wudi 200 million ekwa kosi cathedral no ho na me wo problem say finance minister jetum abe catch so manu mayedin president so o manu mayedin entini ye mo abosoa na yenyi bima no bia enum nso ntwope. Yes, Corona, any Ukraine won't, and I'm not nema boyading. Inflation and I'm saying 27.6.
Yeah.
And the petrol bore a costru. Petrol bore no costra, a bear affected, a granny bore be costru. Trotro bore be costru. A brower a be costru. Sana okopomata dear a be costru. Into a man for park your cars. And no more. So we will come bremo pebble now will come bremo. You take prudent measures. You take austerity measures. Say ube manage you. It is not for anything about the country and so. And now crowd they all more be on two keke. We a minister, we a government appointee. Sa luxurious travels me two kwa broche ya travel. Me wa. Abans cars are yet to ye cry. Or chum or si fuel now or di ma abad my fui or tilt to by 50%. Me wa it's a moya din or mine moya din sika any ho and until I intime to a contractor sika. It is a situation way mu who here mu now priority ni say ubesi a sorry dine. Ama wine. Na sorry dine you. President Iba na oni asori awoko. And yet, was it Christ the King and now the President
Christ the King.
And you know, sorry. Intia sorry, and yes, ye near sorry, and yes, ye suma busumo, and I want a woody, Namesumo Bray. That be. What I say, William, no, a sorry, near ball, near two William. What I say, that is it. It isn't that we don't know Christianity. Now, more cramosumo Gana. Momo Samoya Christopher, Mosumo. Are you Christians? Are you practicing Christianity? Mo did my man for mobile moon bini. I saw for my drivers to cram into a car. A my car will be como. We are so for Natum hypocrisy in the Kumu. Move is the quotation. Now organizer now do musica just you are not doing the work of God. Now Kupani is so more and untina more bread. Because you are not living the life you are hypocrite. That is what you are. A software work maybe so. A software work ha. Mo Muslim of wine and some for wine and never powerful.
And generalizing.
Baba Coupe. Boba minimum stuff for pon Ghana ha man for bunupa the sanka what pon do tamabe pon now driver or do coffee so coffee trotro coffee nye krasini
And no correct carbon driver no money.
That is what I'm saying.
1 out of 1,000.
Why now one akabio? Or so for me done na sorry man mu kat was me I love inter. I mean cards na man fresh and betias. Me love inter be display be humpo no. Asori am moti obi antimi nto. Nso mu na etua collection. Etua tight. E ma wo di hwe wo ho. Hwe bi etwa wo ma. Okaya no mu amu wonyansa no mu ka den na che no. Okasa no asofo no omuti nche no mo wonyansa mu dudo ze na sori kasa yi. Do you get it? Would the young form for be a messy or boss of for be the name can ask them and throw? And the month so many collection emoji. Ibima and a moya no to talk as to them, no more see a dynamo with them, no Christianity in this country. I saw it sound to me, God, that's sorry, them. Upa your point, I am sorry, and cast me feel Kumasi na my bedroom, my short to lorry fair. Mean to mean to hotel car, me koda cries the key, yeah, me come a mirror. Me what? No, I'm telling you. Sure. But Uko mosque, be a go and identify yourself, you'll be allowed to sleep in the mosque. You don't love yourselves. You're only pretending to be worshiping God. A man for, you see, uye nyankopon nipa, uniye, usuban, and I just say uye nipa. Me talk after that, so now come and person me kabi. Because now I'm more bika, manipani di aware we trying school fees. In time ke ye fiasem.
Oh, 2 minutes.
And ye fiasem. Now mom, a day na mat talk after that day with ayasem. What is the issue about it? Bonnie Ben the woman. Bonnie Ben in the woman say talk after the say. Me sika ya tuama me no. Mempe. Mitimu nteneme. Enti misandi akọ. Boni be ni wo. Enya ba so boni ese bono. Ya nti Ghana ha. Ena president Akufo-Addo ka kire yen say the salary increment no wa reject. Me boa. Yeah. Eno no de ye no de
on the ministers 30%.
Eno on first I'm talking about 2021. Yeah. Also wa rejecting the salary increment. Eno na no so otum ama na yere. Rebecca, my beautiful Rebecca, and to young Christy Rebecca Aketua, the young backdating for 2017. And I Ghana for the young penny. Young penny, moon yes special, moon June so cook. You are human beings just like us. Young to me in Christy Aketua backdating. And Rebecca see on Tia, who receipt. Who invoice at Chelsea, why you be to senior to be no, there's no record. But yenyatum and central for nyatum to we couldn't probe and call for it. President say we are rejecting the seeker. Say it or do call you one phone call. There is no record there. Talk with them there was in my year and no receipt abetum. Mama yan can no question say we share talk by a triasi can back in March. Me wa. Yeah. Obi no dibetu da. That be. Togba came out to speak or he issued a statement when the issue became public issue. A man for a twisting seven. So no, I say a political or maybe a bind the trapping or say net trapping. He was due for it. What I say, but office said no. 1 minute. Oh, tell me. Office said no. What this salary? What this say to where they would debois. A man for a sit talk be more. When you sit talk be I offending. Tied up with victims or no. What more 300,000 Ghana cedis.
But government gave them nothing.
He gave them 300,000 Ghana cedis. 3 constituencies, 100. Of few years no call I apiati. A common 200,000. And you see, let's be fair. Bonnie Ben a papa yaye. Tami, let's multiply. In fact, Council of State we are 29. Multiply 29 by this amount, 365. I say, now Parliament, we are 276. Almost can soon Council of State do the multiplication. Judges, confer presidential staffers. I say over 900. Do the multiplication. Omaya ye nisika. Omaya mutie. Yes, who are that papa? Ye bibia nye motorway na atutui. Motorway ene atutu. Omaya say. And you see a boss akawi. You see, and would dream one won't tiasie.
Okay.
Would dream one, say, a country like Ghana, and your priority is say you could see cathedral. Now, Obinqua coming here, a poor country, Wubra poor, or say a poor country, a dirty country like Ghana. The only thing we can do is to build cathedral.
For salvation. For salvation.
At the bench. You call your friend there, NDC Fabric, and NDC. And as I saw for we are. I call Akosombosi Ekobompa. And so toy.
For time.
And so toy.
Dabi.
And Dabi beside and so toy.
Dabi.
We are still suffering. These same pastors are the people who pray. Yeah, National Guard, the woman, the bonfires, Shinsi, Solina no Muji.
My main message now.
And can you pump any independent square? I'll grow. I'll grow bonfire made to a bind. I'll grow bonfire to a bind or bon work independent square. And I yanku pump bro. Ghana and soon to a namu cross our pum. I'll grow for or more independent square. And what yanku at Motor Forest and no one sorry. And no one to yanku pumps one pearl.
My main message is nothing.
At mountains, I sorry, Mr. Wall.
Well, it's a good evening, please. Paul Adomochi is only protecting his shadow. When he was made a board chairman of the Ghana Airport Company, money is to I can't be, we can't. Yenuya Azido and do it about. We see Mr. Tano has said it all. Big up to him. I admire him so much and how he says the truth. Well, see, we don't need a cathedral. We, the youth, we need job. Yenuya, Vincent, the different Kumasi, Ediabasi. Good evening, presenter. I really enjoy your show every day. Ima Elfita Kradeno Day Abba. We say good evening, please. I think the National Mosque was built by NGO from Turkey and not the Turkish government. Please check. I stand to be corrected. Okay.
Careful now.
Yeah.
Okay. Land,
all right. Yeah, that's part for draw attention. See, good evening, Original TV. The manner in the process adopted by Nanado Baumia administration is akin to making a known armed robber the chairman of the fundraising harvest. The most difficult work in the world is the MPP communicator. The man in white shirt is to be jailed. I have stopped watching your program. Why bring this corrupt man like President Akufo-Addo and MPP to divergent. Which then you win a win Sana Majumedine. Yenu Philippa, Edifi, Typhon of North Typhon or Diaba. Was it please can you correct the gentleman? Turkey government did not sponsor the National Mosque. It is NGO who have sponsored the National Mosque. Yeah, that's Papa Paemianum. Some more attention to it. We say good evening, Sami. I'm Nana Joa from Kumasi. Tell the man and embrace that we are not against building of the National Cathedral, but we are saying that timing is wrong. We say the money belongs to the public, not for the president, and the public is represented by the parliament. We say, so please, did the parliament approve the money or not? No, the parliament didn't approve it. We say, as the MPP man did, the building of Flagstaff House went through parliament or not? We say, good evening, please, ask the man in white shirt whether the men of God and the president lied to people, lied to God and the people of Ghana. We say, please, tell Jonathan that Turkey is an Islamic state, and because they also want to promote Islam religion to get membership like Christianity. Yenya Jonathan, Michael de Flabli Kumanode Ebreye. We say, I'm surprised the gentleman is supporting the building of the National Cathedral with taxpayers' money. In the Bible, when David wanted to build the Lord temple, he solicited help from his people, but asked them to give in willing hearts. We say, please, I didn't think Mr. Jonathan knows what is going on. Just let him be. My name is Dead Body from Kokomlemle. Or see, who is this man? I put my TV off. We need serious people on your show. We see that about say, can anyone tell me how much government of Ghana has spent on Hajj so far? Do you hear Christian complaining? Question there, but that's Hajj free. Hajj mutuya. This time they are paying almost 40,000 to go. We say, good evening, Sami. The fair-colored guy must be told that the Turkish government economic priorities are different from ours. Moreover, the president cannot unilaterally and illegally apply our meager resources to suit his whims and caprices. I say, thank you, MK Doku, former NALAC president. And they Abba. We say, good evening, Sami. My name is Nitete from Alaju. Please, I want to ask Jonathan one question. Or say, can he go to church with an empty stomach? 2, is he a real Ghanaian? 3, how much did he take before coming to your studio? Petrol prices are going up. Children cannot get food to eat, as the president says. And what is he saying? Richard was saying, the boy Jonathan is making no sense. Can you, or say, you can tell that he is an industry plant. He came on TV without any fact. But say, hi, Sami, can National Cathedral be compared to National Mosque? Far difference, please. We say, hello, good evening, Sam. The man right beside you is really confused. He is just off track. Look at him defending what is wrong. Union and Farmer. Yolanda, Edifice Printers, Rade Abba. We say, good evening, Sammy. Your panelists. Ghana, our beloved country, is really becoming a country full of jokers. Per our Christianity rules, polygamy is a sin in Christianity. Leaders pushing for homosexuality. Union Natalie Nati, Nedifri Ashama Nadaba. See, I pity the MPP guy in the studio, Barbara, Edifice Kumasi Rade Abba. Message, yeah. Message you need to Musa. I mean, I come back in about a break. The patch 30 seconds.
Yeah. With all due respect, I think, sir, Joe make 2 examples. I am confused. The mosque and the Jubilee House. The mosque has been sponsored by a particular group of people from Turkey. It is not somebody's communion and communication with God. Say the person has promised your friend say Allah and I say Muhammad say suelo Allah asana mukanu say obesi bibia Muhammad bismillah and na you President Kofo wan sorry pa ko no ka kire say o kan oni Nyankopon kasa say o ma na wani a obesi Jubilee House amano. Those are the Jubilee House is a state property. When somebody's own promise, nobody is against a cathedral. Okay. But we are saying that since it is the promise between you and God, and you actually told us, I will not use your money. And now you are telling us even to use our money without our knowledge. It's stealing. Okay. That is what we are talking about.
30 seconds.
Sami, it's very simple. Look, now me babeka about say this Islam and a Muslim's pilgrimage to Mecca. Do you know when it's time for it? They sponsor some amount of money from government to sponsor, to subsidize whatever you also as an individual want to contribute to travel. Is that not it? At the end of the day, who benefit from those?
Christopher also called Israel. Maybe
a simple question. At the end of the day, who benefits? We sponsor all those monies that we gather, we take it to another country. Why?
Same thing applies to Christians.
Even where you are going is not where I'm going. At the end of the day, can you imagine the amount of money we are going to raise if that pilgrimage is done in this country? So there are certain things you must understand. Say, as long as for me, this National Cathedral is a national asset, look, it's investment that it's a national investment that we are doing. Okay. Today, bisa about the fact, say, how many people will benefit. But tomorrow, we shall all see how many people will benefit.
A misplaced priority. Any consequence will be associated. Of my accommodation in Ghana. Of my young crowd. To go for and a priority. Or my cost rebedi. Or my yes, ready to